Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Okay, so you all are fine, right? Shall we start today's class? Please take your English Content Book Volume 1 and your English Workbook Volume 1. Today, we'll be dealing with Block 3, The Blue Kite. Block 3, The Blue Kite. Our aim is to identify the sequence of events in a story read aloud. Aim for today to identify the sequence of events in a story read aloud. And the keywords are events, sequence, first, next, then, after that, and finally. Now, let's read the story The Blue Kite and identify the sequence of events in this story. Are you ready? Turn page number 14 of your content book and listen carefully. The Blue Kite. What's the title of our story? Yes, The Blue Kite. Zippy, the blue kite, flies high in the sky. Some birds fly past her. Zippy hears them talking. The kites in China have such bright colors. You can see them from far away, says a duck. And they have so many different shapes, adds a goose. Chinese kites are the best. Zippy looks at herself. She is just a square blue kite. The kites in China must be so much better than me. She thinks, I must see them. The next morning, Zippy takes off for China. The wise old owl who sits in the pine tree tells her the way. China is far, my dear. Fly east until you see the sea of grey whales, says the owl. Zippy flies for many days and many nights. She flies over tall mountains and thick forests. Wow! She's finally flying over a deep blue sea. She sees something huge and grey just below the water. It is a grey whale. Zippy knows she is close to China. She sees the Great Wall of China winding over mountains and valleys. She sees giant pandas climbing tall bamboo trees. She is flying over China. Soon, Zippy begins to see many colorful shapes in the sky. The kites in China really are amazing. A huge yellow and red dragon kite flies towards Zippy. Behind her is a colorful butterfly kite. Kites of many different shapes and colors are soon flying all around Zippy. But why are they all looking at her? You look so beautiful, blue kite, says the dragon kite. I wish I had a simple shape like you. You look so nice, says the butterfly kite. The other kites agree. They all admire Zippy. Zippy looks at herself. She's a lovely blue, like the deep blue sea. Her square shape is simple, but it makes her look smart. And she's strong too. She can fly all the way to China. Zippy feels proud of herself. The kites in China are amazing, but she is amazing too. So that's a story. Hope you liked it. Now let's identify the sequence of events in this story, The Blue Kite, where sequence means order and events means the things that happen in a story. I repeat, sequence means order and events means the things that happen in a story. Let's see what is the first thing that happens in the story, what happens next, what happens after that, what happens then, and what happens finally. So, the first thing that happens in the story is Zippy hears the birds talking. Then, She decides to go to China. Next, she flies over tall mountains and thick forests. After that, she flies over deep blue sea. Then, the Chinese kites call her beautiful. And finally, she feels happy. So that's all regarding the sequence of events in the story The Blue Kite. Now you may please take your English workbook volume 1 and turn page number 21. There you can see S1 sequence of events. First question. Answer the questions from the story The Blue Kite. A. Where does Zippy decide to go? B. What does Zippy see during her journey? C. What do the dragon kite and the butterfly kite say about Zippy? How does Zippy feel in the end? Why? So answer all these questions. Now the second question. Put the events in the correct order by numbering them. Zippy feels proud of herself. Zippy hears them talking. Some birds fly past Zippy. She decides to go to China. She flies over tall mountains and thick forest. Zippy flies for many days and many nights. She finally flies over the deep blue sea. All the kites admire Zippy. A huge yellow and red dragon kite flies towards Zippy. So these events are not in the correct order. What you have to do is you have to arrange them in the correct order by numbering them. You can number them in the boxes given. Okay, so let's see the first one. The first one is some birds fly past Zippy. And what about the second one? Zippy hears them talking. Understood? So similarly, you number the rest of the events. Now, third one. List any two details from the story that are not important to the sequence of events. So from our story, we can see a few details that are not important to the sequence of events. So you just write any two details that are not important to the sequence of events. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.